Alright, so I've been playing this for a while. As you can see, my power is 394. I have been working. This is my skill tree. Raven side, I pretty much have almost everything lit up. Wolf side, same thing. And then the bear, same thing. What I've discovered is on this skill tree, see, this isn't lit up. Evasion, headshot, light shield. I've got things that I've not picked. Critical chance. You're like, well, why don't you pick those? Because what I've discovered, that if you go into your inventory and you press down PS4, I don't know how it is for the Xbox, but for the PS4, when you're in inventory, if you push your left joystick down, it'll bring up your stats. This is the max that you can go. I'm maxed. So even if I was to put something into... let's see, we'll go stealth damage, or not in stealth damage, where is it? Assassination, or... Where was it? Darn it. Offense. Evasion. Okay, here's evasion. See how it says 30? So we're going to go right into here. Oop. Wrong way. I have 2 skill points. So right here, here's evasion. It's supposed to add 4.2 to my evasion. I have just taken it. So we go back to inventory. Still at 30, it didn't change. It will not change. Once you max out these stats, no, even if you put it in your skill tree, you don't get it. So, keep an eye in your inventory. And the best way to do it, you notice I have nothing, I'm not equipping anything. It makes it easier to see your stats. Because those ruins, if I was to add a piece of armor that's got a stat that, say, increases health, it would increase my health. It would increase my, you know, whatever runes you use. So this is the max stats for everything. That's it. You can't go past that. So what happens when you're at level 294 and you've got 4 skill points? Well, at this point, I guess you start putting it in things that you haven't taken back, like guided arrow, which absolutely friggin' worthless. Explosive corpse, which I don't like. I don't do close up with the predator bow. So we're gonna look at this one more time here. Max stats. These are the max stats. Once you've maxed these to these levels, hold on. I'm gonna go slow at this point so you can look at each one of these here. Let's see if I can try to get it so that way. No, wait, hold on. Let me go over this way. It'll be easier. I know it's kind of irritating. I'm trying to do it so. These are the max stats. Once you've reached them, do not waste your skill points and put skill points into that area. The only way you're going to increase these stats is if you use ruins. Oh, darn it, duh. So, if I want to increase melee damage, I can equip this into the armor, and that will increase my... That would increase my melee damage up to 122. So you want to think about how you're playing and what you're doing on this step. So now what I'm going to do Shoot. Let me go in and equipped. See, Raven Clan Cloak. My health is now 300. Not just keep hitting the wrong button here. Alright. So if I equipped my Waylander Torso, this will lower my weight and add more health and increase speed after parrying. The ones that I like. Weights drop down. Speed doesn't take effect until it goes in. Stealth damage, elite resistance. See, stealth damage is now 104. Heavy resistance, melee resistance, and 14.9. Melee resistance is 123. Heavy resistance is 186. And light resistance has gone up. So as you put the armor on, it will kick in. Health, lower, a little bit lower weight. Then we'll add our weapons. Speed, 10-point back damage. They're my favorite weapons. But, as you see, I have put these up. I have not put them on the mythical yet. There are certain game things as you advance along that you're going to do different storylines, and they make you can't use your preferred weapons. They'll give you the weapons in your category, like the bearded axe, hammers, and tough stuff like that. So once you've got your main equipment up, you want to make sure you boost your other stuff up and throw some tags in. We're going to go Hunter Bow, ability. So now we're going to look at the stats. Evasion, melee, range. Now we'll go down to offensive. Now my whole thing is, as I was going along, was trying to get everything up to over 100. Not really. Assassination, as long as that's maxed out on the skill tree, but anything, I mean, I ran a while with it just at like 90. And then when I got the other ones up, I started putting stuff into assassination until I maxed it. Ability. Really haven't run anything on that. You see the stun where it says 150? Now some of your skill tree weapons will affect this. Here's stun. So we're going to go, there's stun. Critical chance. I have tried that, I put it in, does not move this. So we're going to look for critical chance or stun. So we're going to primary weapon, 150 for stun, 100 for critical chance. Now let's see. Right over here, there was a stun right over here. No, I didn't look at the... where is it? Headshot. Stealth damage. Come on, where's my stun? Might even start putting it into the weapons. Assassination. Darn it. Okay, here's stun. Now remember, stun was what? 100.3. Make sure so I know where the heck I'm at here. So it should have just increased my stun by 2.5 on my weapon. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. No, stun was 150. It's still 150. So once you max this out, again, even on the stats that are supposed to increase and everything else. Range 132. So that was right here because I do not need that. And we'll go down to range. Where was the range? No. Where was it? Where was that range? Shots. Stealth. I've already looked those up. Melee. Okay, here it is. Range damage. Still 132, has not changed. So, headshot 87. So we're going to take that out, 132 for ranged. And that was... Oh, frack-doodle-doo, where was it? No. Shoot. There it is. Alright, so... What was that? There was a headshot one, too. I'll do the headshot also. Melee. Darn it, where'd that headshot go? Oh, that's stealth. There we go. And that is near bow to melee, okay. See, attack still 132. Headshot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so I guess I could. Okay, headshot was what? 87, right? Oh, so... Don't go to world. Alright, so headshot went up to 89. So I guess I can... No, where did this stupid thing go? Oh, I must have missed the headshot one. Oh! Okay, so I guess that's not maxed out. The attack is, but the headshot is not. Cool. So this is where you end up. This is where you end up going. Okay, so there's 89, and now I need to look for the other headshots. I'll probably max out the headshot here. Let's see. Wait, what is this? Okay, so it looks like a little headshot icon. Oh, that's irritating. Wish I could see it more clearly. Okay. I think there's headshots over. There we go. Okay, so it was 89. We're going to double check it here, and this is by Breakfall. Alright, so checked. Let me see if it boosted it up past 89. Nice, 91. It'll probably get it up to 100 and stop. Alright, that's good. I actually missed one. I know I've already checked ability. I'm not going to bother doing that. But I will boost up my headshots. Then eventually I'll just start taking... No, I don't like assassin carry. I like all these assassin slides. There's a lot of different things you can do in here. Is that headshot? Yes. And that was by Gilded Arrow. Guided Arrow, not Gilded. Yep, 93. Beautiful. Alright, so the headshot is working. Let's see. Well, I've only got one more, so... Chance... Okay. Alright. Let's see if it boosted it past 93. Yes, it got it up to 95. So maybe it'll boost it up. So I won't... I mean... But this is what you need to do. You need to keep an eye on your stuff. And once you max it out, once you max this out, what you're looking for, you want to start going into other skills. Otherwise it's a waste of skill, you know what I mean? I mean, why put it in evasion when it's not going to increase your evasion when you can put it into, say, melee resistance if your melee is still low? Let me tell you something. At this point, it's... In the beginning, I was very sneaky assassin. Now it's like if I don't feel like I just run in and just take everything out very quickly. So there you go. There's a little bit of explanation with the skill tree, and once you max out, make sure you start putting it out. So I'll find other headshots. Once I max that out, I'll probably start doing the I don't know, I'll probably do like Shield Master, you know. One of the other games is they give you a shield in it. You got no choice. They give you the equipment. You can't use your own. Maybe the longship race, you know, even though I hardly use the longship. I mean, a lot of these things, it depends on, like I said, it all depends on your play style. But I would definitely recommend in the beginning, in the skill tree, work your way down. Where is it? Is it the adrenaline slot? Where are the adrenaline slots? Shoot. That was my first thing. I found the adrenalines right here. These are what you want to work for right in the beginning. You want to get your adrenaline upgrade to 4 right off the get-go. You use a lot of adrenaline. Once you get your adrenaline up, then you start working on, you start heading for other things. That actually is, that is pretty good. That is a really good setup, missile retrieval. I use that awful lot. I'll just stand there and they shoot it and I just chuck it back. Breakfall. Breakfall is extremely important. This will save your butt sometimes because you're going to mess up. You're going to think, oh, I can make that jump. No. I've died more times from before I got this. I died at least 3-4 times because I misjudged the height, jumped down, and splat. Let's see, what are some other really good ones here? You want to definitely do Advanced Assassin. Especially if they're higher level than you. Once you get up high enough, this thing doesn't even take an effect. Let's see, what else here? Oh, wait, we're gonna go... I actually just took that one. Sprint attack, I haven't even tried it yet. Let's see, breakfall, missile reversal, auto loop. Definitely take the auto loop. But in the very beginning, I'm sorry, there is one thing. Even before you get the adrenaline, there are is it? Hold on. Light-fingered. This one right here. This is absolutely, get this one first, no matter what. Get this one. Because once, especially, you're running through the woods, you shoot an animal, you don't have to run over, pick up your arrow, pick up the loot, the raven just goes down and grabs it. That is an absolute must. I wish I had known that in the very beginning. I would have gotten this one. Even before the adrenaline. This one is extremely helpful. You just, whatever's lying on the ground. Now you're still gonna have to loot. It won't automatically like loot. You know, if it has the triangle for looting, it won't automatically loot. It's just if it's laying there. Arrows are laying there. It'll automatically pick up arrows. It just saves you from a lot of button mashing. Let's see. Intense rage. That's okay. That's not too bad. It can wait. Gain adrenaline as long as you remain in conflict. Very helpful. But definitely. Raven's loot, and then the adrenaline. And then however you want to go. I mean, they're all pretty good. The chain assassination is extremely helpful. And then there's one more, especially if you're going to be a melee. If you're going to melee. Let's see. Not backstab. Where the heck is it? Brush with death. That's the next one I highly recommend. You dodge perfectly, time slows down. That saved my butt a couple times, especially with the much high level ones. Just doop, slows down and gives you a chance. You can sit there and get a couple hits in, especially if you got the flaming sword. Where is it? Poison, like I said, that's your game style play. Where are we going here? Let's see, adrenaline upgrade. Yep. Those are secondaries. I like heavy weapons, so you might want to work your way. If you like using heavy weapons, you're definitely going to want to dual wield them. Dual swap is very handy, especially if you want to switch. I pretty much don't. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Let's see. Let's go up here. Parry damage. Helps. Okay. When one or more adrenaline slots are filled, you gain a damage boost and attack speed. Helpful. Never even used it. The only reason I took it is because I wanted to go down to health, and I bumped it up there. Some of these things I don't use. Okay. Helpful. Let's see. Berserker. I'm trying to think here. Nope. There's the adrenaline upgrade. Once you get up there and you've got where you want, that's not a bad one, especially if you use the fire arrows. This one's very helpful too. You can get out there and you'll pass through, regenerate health. I recommend this one too because this will allow you to do a assassination from any height. Sometimes it's good to get up high. Start the fight with adrenaline slot filled and all our interruptions. This really helps. Okay, then we're going to move down to Wolf. Very helpful arrow reinforcement. You never lose. You still lose the arrows in the river if you shoot a fish, but you don't lose the arrows. I took this as a secondary, just whatever. It sounded good. I figured, hey, I could do a lot of pickpocketing. I don't know. I just, I think it only I've only been able to pickpocket a couple times. I think it only allows you to pickpocket if you have no stealth. Usually, I'm pretty good at keeping my adrenaline up. Let's see, where are the other ones here? Stealth Recon. That's not necessary in the very beginning because you've got Odin's Eye, but it's nice where you just crouch and just remain undetected and everybody pops up on your radar. Have not just got that. Haven't tried it, so I don't. No comment. Bow to melee. It's not bad. Depending on if you're gonna go in there, shoot the guy with a bow and then hit him with the melee. You know, it increases damage. This one. If you're definitely going to be a melee and just want to run in, you definitely want this one, the background bow. This thing is so cool. I'm going to do a video where I'm just going to go in and melee everybody and show how this works. It just... I killed like I did like six enemies in a castle. I killed the first guy. He dropped his weapon. I picked it up. Picked his weapon up, threw it at the next guy. He dropped his weapon, ran over, picked that up. I just did like a chain, just ran from weapon to weapon to weapon and killed like 6 in a row. That is a really cool skill to have. So, let's see. Never even... That's not a bad one for fighting bosses. You'll shoot 2 fully charged, but I keep forgetting I have it. Grit. Definitely. If you're meleeing. So whenever you do melee hits, it restores your health. Extremely helpful. Last chance healing. That saved my butt quite a bit in the very beginning. Again, everything slows down. Primarily in the boss fights. It gives you a second to breathe, re-heal, and then go after them. And the last one, Wolf Worry. Death fights near. Power Stroke. You're going to need the Power Stroke to get one of the achievements to smash 5 boats, 5 or 6 of the smaller boats on the river. It makes you go fast. As you see, I haven't even taken any of these, so. And then last, Eye of the North. Prevents flinching from hits while aiming with your bow. This actually is pretty darn good because before I had this, I'd be like on top of a wall, I'd be pulling my arrow, getting ready, aligning a guy, getting ready to shoot during the middle of the battle. Some friggin' enemy archer would hit me and I'd be like, up, and I'd lose it. This actually works pretty darn well. Alright, so I think on this, parry did that actually works too well, pretty good too, especially if you parry. So there is the skill tree. Now next I'm going to talk about we'll do armor. So you get 5 pieces. You get head, chest. Wait a minute, no, I'm sorry. Cloak, chest, head, bracers, and pants. They give you 5. Now every set of armor all these armor pieces have two things. Like we'll look at Thor's helmet. Increase speed when stunning an enemy, and then an additional increase to stun. The problem that arises here, now you have to be wearing 2 pieces of this armor in order to activate the first one. As you can see, it's in white. The next one is not, it's grayed out. That's because in order to have that, Raven Clan, Wayland's Pants. So if I go to Raven Clan breeches, now I'm wearing, but notice 3. I've got 3 pieces on, but I still haven't graded out. In order for that to work, you need to be wearing all 5 pieces. And then you're going to get that secondary one, which gives you, this one here gives you an additional increase to critical chance. So, what I do, see how it's all grayed, but the moment I put this on, 2. So, your best way to do this is however your playstyle is going to be. Pick 2 of one set of armor, 2 of another set of armor that fits your playstyle. Now, why Wayland? Well, I like the Raven Clan because it increases the armor the lower your health go. That's like saves your butt. Your armor increases as you get lower in health. And then with some of the other things, especially with the main boss fights, that saved my butt because my armor increased. So instead of, say, taking a 100 hit of health, I only took 50. I'm at the point now I may just switch over to something else. The reason I take Wayland's is because add some of your assassination damage to your melee. So let's look at melee damage. My melee damage is 151. Whoop, darn it. Wrong thing. So we're going to switch to the Raven Cloak. Here's Wayland. It's not lit up. Remember, melee was 151. Melee is only 120. So yeah, that added 31 points. That's why I went with the Wayland. We'll bring this back up. 151. So I like to have my way, boosted up. But let's look at some of the things here. I got quite a few difference. Thor. So with 2 sets of Thor, you increase speed when stunning an enemy, which can be handy, but I'd rather just kill them as fast as possible. Mentor's Mask. Increase attack after critical hits. Increase melee resistance when hitting enemies with finishers. Increase critical chance when parrying. I'd rather kill him from a distance and not have to try to parry at all. Increase assassination damage when crouching undetected for 10 seconds. Okay, but in the beginning that would probably be good, but at this point it's like I don't really worry about it. Magisters. Increase melee damage at night. Which, since it does, that can kind of be good, but for the most part it's easier to see things during the day. Increase armor when surrounded by 2 or more enemies. That is not a bad one, but again, usually at this point, in the beginning, you don't want to run in and take on groups of enemies in the beginning, because then you end up dead and somebody like me comes along and says, oh, now I have to avenge this player. Oh, there's an extra 200 experience points for me. Yay! Which over time, I think I've probably gotten close to 3,000 experience points because I've avenged so many people. So yeah, it's just until you level up, assassinate from a distance. Increased range damage when hitting enemies further than 20 meters away, which would be really good, but again, once you work on your bow and you get your bow up, I mean, I pretty much take everything out with my bow since it's maxed. If you're using low level equipment, yes, this would definitely be helpful. Increase attack after impaling an enemy. Yeah, that again, like I said, you got to run in. You got to friggin' stun the guy. You got to get him down. Then you got to hit L3 to have that the special finisher where you sit there and basically, stick him, and it increases your attack for a very short time. It's not like it lasts. So, thus, that's why I stick with the Raven Clan. Let's see, what do we have here? Hidden one. I don't think I have. I think this is all. I don't think I have anything new. St. George, Mentors, Thor's Gauntlets, Brigadine's Huntsman. Yep. St. George, Huntsman, Magistrate. Now it's the Breaches. Hidden one, Raven. I don't think I've this is something new. Increased critical chance when parrying. Again, I'd rather not have to parry. I'd rather take him from a distance. So that's why between the two of them, and then like these ones, you don't even get anything. This is the Ubisoft store rewards. It's like, you think it's good, but actually it's not. Look at the comparison. Yeah. The only thing that this thing has going for it, it's got a weight of 8. But look at your armor class. It's just so much lower. Same thing with Alter's outfit. The only thing it really does is it kind of looks cool, but that's about it. Now, the reason I have this on Ezezios is because I threw that on my Jarl. I gave her this one to begin with, but then I switched it around, so I gave her something better. I don't even know if the ruins will work for the Jarls if you have them wear it, if they're getting these stats. But I did it anyways. So yeah. I mean, I still have a lot of gear to find, so I may find something better down the road. But for right now, I'll stick with adding the assassination damage and increasing armor for lower health, for the just in case I mess up and I'm getting my ass handed to me. And trust me, even at this level, let's go in the world here. Like when I'm bouncing around here, even 100, this is no problem. These guys go down pretty easy. Here they get a little bit harder at 220. They start throwing it, and at 220 is like the high. No, 340. Down here around the 340 marks, these guys get kind of nasty, and they throw like fire bombs, and I mean, you could die just as quickly from fire. I've had a couple close calls where I've actually had to heal myself to keep from dying because I got bombarded by fire. I'm actually thinking about switching some of the stuff out. I mean, I love the way I've got it set up here. Thinking about running and like just dropping down some of this stuff and maybe adding some fire resistance. So I mean, I got a 77.8 for fire resistance, and the only way that's going to get built up is by using ruins. But it's just not, and most of the ruins are they give you a slight advantage. 3.5. That's like the max one right there. Great. Melee damage. Heavy resistance. 2.7. Lower your weight by 1 point. 2.0 poison, you know what I mean? Depending on where you're at, they range from 1 all the way up to, you know, 3s and 4s. There's fire damage. Poison buildup. Poison damage. Wait a minute, 3.3 poison damage. Hold on. Yep, I already have it. And, you know, depending on what you're using for your weapons. Like, I like to use the doppelhanger because heavy hits poison them. And then I hit a heavy, then I put, once I got it up to mythical, heavy combo finisher. Basically, it's my poison sword. It does 3-point poison. Spear, increase my speed, ignite your weapon after critical hits, and 10 back damage. Now, that ignites your weapon. That just doesn't mean the spear. You can use your great sword. As long as you do a critical hit, your sword will pop on fire. And then the bow, because most of the time I'll use the hunter bow for poisoning. I got the poison buildup. I added the ability damage, increase speed. For the predator, increase range damage when close to full health, headshot damage, and added attack. That's the long distance one, so it makes it easier. And then the light bow, which I basically use for, I throw that on when I'm going after elites. So this way I'm doing 10 plus elite damage. Now you saw the stat. Where's the elite damage? 50. So if we equip the light bow, elite now jumps up to 60. If it's a really high level, I've got other ruins that'll do more damage. I'll go in and actually I'll take off the stealth damage and I'll make that like elite resistance or elite damage. So that way, because there's no way you're doing stealth with boss fights. So I already have 1.8, so I'll try to do more damage or more resistance. Same thing, you know. Maybe get rid of the weight, throw it under resistance, or add into health. Depends what it is, because I've got additional health. I mean, I could boost my health up by, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I can increase my health up to almost close to 375 if need be. And then the other trick is at the longhouse. If you go to your longhouse and you've boosted up your village, you can do a feast. It gives you a temporary boost. Adds another 50. I think it adds another 60 to health, along with melee. You know, a whole bunch of different stuff, depending on what you've built. So I can get my health up over 400 if need be. So, all right, that's about it. It is time. Let's see. I need to break something. Hold on a second here. Swinging your sword doesn't... there's nothing to break. Wait, what's this? Let's see if I get my sword on fire. Ammo's foam. Oh, there we go. See how the sword's on fire? I was not using the... It doesn't last long. It's not the same as... We're going to go into abilities real quick. No, fire, yeah, Fire Strike. I got to find that second level. It doesn't last as long as Fire Strike, which some of the videos that I've put in the past, when I'm going up against main bosses, that's the first thing I do is I do the Fire Strike, do a major jump, and I sit there and wail on them. It doesn't last as long as this, but still, if you do a critical hit, you know, it'll last a little bit longer. That Fire Strike is massive. It does really good damage. The latest one I found was Berserker Trap. That is really pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. You hit the enemy and they start fighting amongst each other. So I've been enjoying that one too. I was using Man's Best Friend for a while, but I much prefer the Berserker. Alright, on that note, let's put it up. So there you go. There's a little bit on the skill tree, abilities, and what we've got.